Welcome back to Talking IoT. I'm your host, Megan Lueders, and today we are continuing the conversation about Matter within the commercial sector. And joining me is Mak Joshi, Global Director of Strategies and Innovation with Schneider Electric. So let's jump right in, Matt. Mak, we hear about connectivity within the smart home all of the time. And the connectivity that you see in your home, I know, is so different than the connectivity that you would have, let's say, in a building. You've got steel buildings, you've got basements to contend with, just so many variables to consider in the smart building. So what do you see happening with commercial buildings and the push for coexistence of connectivity standards?
So what do I see the future of the building? It's going to become more and more digital and electric to support these needs. I will see more and more connected HVACs, connected lighting, more and more smart grid integration. And what does that mean? It means that a building is not just going to consume energy, it's also going to produce energy, whether it's through rooftop solar or other sources on the building. It may have a battery storage that it can sort of place a microgrid on site that can take advantage of awareness on the weather, the pricing of the electricity, awareness of what battery charge is there, future forecasts of what the weather is going to be tomorrow. As I said, price of electricity, and sort of put all that together and make recommendations. Maybe use AI and ML, understand the usage patterns of what the building has, and then make recommendations on how you integrate that renewable energy sources for better smart grid connectivity and management. Can you curtail loads and all of that stuff? We're going to see increased use of electric vehicles, right? We all want to see our buildings that we go charge, be able to charge our electric vehicles. What does that mean? It's not going to happen automatically. With all that load coming on buildings, you have to sort of manage that electrical backbone and infrastructure to support that. Through the increased visibility on usage and floor space, maybe they can put the right routes for the smart waste management and hygiene sort of management side of the things. All of this stuff is going to happen, and it's not the science fiction of the future. This is already happening, much of it, but it's going to continue to happen more and more with the digitalization, more electricity sort of being available inside the building. And one of the other points I want to add, which I'm super excited about, is the amount of data that's coming out of the building. So there's this marketplace of solutions that is going to sit on top of data. That is the real win. That is where all this connectivity is going to bring us to. So the buildings of the future are going to be super exciting, and can't wait for it.
It is endless where we will see IoT coming to life, I think, in buildings and homes, but in particular with what you've just highlighted in terms of the importance of this digitization, this era that we're in, the importance of data that can be delivered, how it impacts our sustainability, how it impacts our efficiencies, how it impacts how the tenants, the people living in these buildings or working in these buildings are consumers of some of these advancements, and keeping in consideration that some of this infrastructure has been in place for years, and how we advance it through this modern technology and through the work in a lot of cases that the CSA and this development of Matter is really taking on to really just have a better communications to empower the connectivity. So Mak, it has been a great pleasure to speak with you today, to get your perspectives on where the industry is going from on the commercial building side relative to Matter. And thank you so much for joining. We appreciate all of your insights. And for those of you interested in learning more about the Matter Working Group, I encourage you to visit the csa.iot.org. You can also learn more about developing Matter by visiting the scilabs.com/Matter page. Thank you again for your time today, Mak. Great to speak with you.
My pleasure, and thank you. I'm looking forward to seeing your audience within the Matter Working Group. Let's make it happen.